Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. It has come to that time again where I looked in my wardrobe, I put some empties in my empties box, and I thought, it's actually got quite heavy in here and full of lots of stuff. And I don't even know how that kind of happens really, because I feel like I've not put that much in here. Plus, if you saw my last empties video, which I went at lightning speed through, so apologies about that, I did upgrade to a bigger box as well. So I'm kind of worried about how much is in here and how long this is going to take to get through. So without further ado, this is what I have got through since my last empties video, which I think was about a month ago. So let's have a look, see what I've used and what I've made of it. I kind of feel the need to point something out straight from the get-go before we do actually get into this, because I'm looking in the viewfinder and all I can see right now is this friend that I have that is impossible to cover. Well, I can cover it, but because it is like growing so far out of my face, I feel like that's all I can see. So it's fabulous. It's been there for about a week and I'm so sick of it already. I just wish it would go away. I am not sure what's caused it, but something in here could be partially responsible, who knows? So I'm just going to dive into this based on what my hands land on first. And straight away, I've got this hoofing great big bottle. It's 750ml of the Body Shop's Olive Shower Gel. Now, quite recently, maybe at the beginning of January, the Body Shop had an offer where I think they had a sale and then you could get extra off on the sale. I kind of feel like the Body Shop does great sales, and it has done for quite a while now. And I think I just went along the lines of buying 3 massive bottles of shower gel because I was kind of thinking that'll save us from having to buy shower gel for quite some time. And this is the first one that I got through. And I read reviews of the olive one and it sounded really nice, but I did not rate this at all. I don't think I've ever tried the olive one before. It smells quite nice. It's got kind of like a fresh, it's got a very Body Shop kind of smell to it, if that even makes sense. But as nice as the smell was, I think the formula of this particular one is a bit rubbish, and I know there are better Body Shop shower gels than this. It was very thin, it just felt a bit pointless on the skin, didn't really do much for me, so I was really disappointed by that. And I've never had this size shower gel from the Body Shop before, and I almost feel like the pump needs to stick up a bit higher so you can get a proper decent amount of shower gel out in one pump, because you kind of feel like you're stood there in the shower like trying to get out as much as possible. So yeah, wasn't overly impressed with this one, but I have 2 other different ones to try, so we will see. Hopefully those will be better. Next up, I have got quite a few things that I cleared out from when I went through my skincare drawer, so you might recognise a few of these products. This first one I've got is from Botanics, and it's the Micellar 3-in-1 cleansing solution from the All Bright range, which I know, I don't know, what, 18 months ago or something, people were very, very excited about this stuff because of the fact that it was supposed to brighten and do exciting things to your face. I didn't really like it. I'm not a big fan of micellar water anyway, which doesn't really help. I prefer other ways to cleanse my skin. What I was kind of using this for is either to soak off kind of heavy duty eye makeup, which I don't often wear, to be fair, or I was using it after I thought I'd cleansed and then have a good scrub around just to make sure that I had actually cleansed. So treating it a little bit like a toner, I suppose. But I find that most things that I've tried from the Botanics range, it just leaves a bit of a residue on the skin, which I'm not a fan of. I think it's something to do with the fact that I've got oily skin. As clean as I want my skin to feel, I don't want any kind of weird filmy residue left on the skin, because it makes me worry about, is that going to, I don't know, cause something maybe to happen, I don't know. So Wasn't a big fan of this one, would not pick it up again. Speaking of bringing things out, next I've got this one, and you might be able to spot that this is definitely not empty. There's actually, it's about there, so it's probably not even quite half. There's a really decent amount left. I picked up a sample size of this in very, very early YouTube days. This, by the way, is Mario Badescu. I'm still not sure how to pronounce that name, but that's what I'm going with. It's the Glycolic Foaming Cleanser. I'm a big fan of glycolic acid. It generally does nice things to my skin, but you cannot overuse this stuff because things like this happen. And originally, I got very grumpy with this because I've been having some seriously bad breakouts, the likes of which you might still be able to see the remnants of, because they've all been like this kind of thing where they've not really come to anything. They just look horrible. And I just thought, right, this is the culprit. It's happened before, admittedly, when I overused it because I didn't read the directions properly. But I just thought, I can't run the risk of this happening every time I wash my face. Plus, if you get this even remotely anywhere near the eye area, you'll know about it. You don't have to get it in your eye. There's just something about the vapor or something. I don't know if that's the right word, but it just makes your eyes sting, and it can take a while for that feeling to go away. And I don't want to be careful with a cleanser. I just want to be able to slap it on my face and have it do what it needs to do. So I am going to rehome this. I gave it a good chance. There's still loads left, but my skin, for some reason, just really breaks out with this. So it might not be the culprit that's done this latest thing, but I need to cut all the potentials out of my life because I have so many other cleansers, as you guys probably know. So sorry, but I can't be doing with it anymore. I have another cleanser here. This one has actually been used up, and this is the very popular one from the Body Shop. It's the Chamomile Sumptuous Cleansing Butter, and I'd wanted to try this for such a long time because I'd heard really good things about it. It's a balm cleanser, and I love balm cleansers so much. I love the tin. I am definitely going to find another use for this because I just think it's awesome. Maybe I will use it for Lush soaps if I go travelling because they come packaging free. I think one of those might fit in there. But yeah, products all used up. As you can see from some of the remnants in there, it's like a white kind of balm that when you start massaging it into the skin, it turns into a bit more of an oil. It smells really pretty. It's got a very delicate floral scent to it. And that's about as far as the positive things are going to go in terms of this product for me, because I just did not like this. Whether because it's white or the texture of it or something, it just reminded me of when I used just regular coconut oil as a cleanser on my skin, which I know lots of people do and they swear by it, but there's just something about both of those things that I just don't like. It was quite an unpleasant experience, and I can't really explain why. I think it's because both of them do leave a bit of a residue on the skin. They leave a bit of a oiliness to the skin, whereas with a lot of other cleansers that I've got, whether they are actual kind of liquidy oils or whether they're balms that transform into an oil, I really, really love an oil stroke balm stroke oil cleanser. But coconut oil and this one from the Body Shop, it just did the same thing of leaving this weird oily residue on the skin no matter what I did to try and remove it. And I haven't had that happen with any other cleanser before, and it was just really weird. So it was nice to have tried it. It is a pleasure to use. It's very gentle feeling. The scent is beautiful. You get 90 ml in here, and I do feel like I flew through this really quickly for some reason. I'm not quite sure what that was all about, but I do really love the tin, so I will be using that again. So that's something, I suppose. I've got even more cleansers here. This has been like the month of getting through cleansers, I think. This one is the original Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish. This is a 200ml one and it lasted quite a while. I'm still not sure what I think about these kind of cleansers, these creamy ones. They don't get me in the same way as an oil or a balm. There's just something about using an oil or a balm that I really, really love. And I don't know, I didn't mind using it, and I have got so many more of the cleanse and polish stuff to get through. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know, I do like it. I think it's just the cream cleanser thing I can't quite get my head around, because this one, and I've tried a few different cream cleansers, this one I did actually quite like. So I've got a few other scents to try, but this original one, it is really nice. It's very fresh and yeah, refreshing smelling. So it's a really nice one to use, particularly in the morning. And it was the morning cleanser that I was struggling to find, but I still don't think I've got there in terms of finding my kind of ultimate morning cleanser yet. It's so frustrating, but I'm trying lots of things. So I did get through one of these Liz Earle Cleanse and Polishes. Very quickly touch on this simple, kind to skin refreshing facial wash. You're probably thinking, how on earth have I got through so many cleansers? I know, it's ridiculous. But I also know my husband uses this, so that's why I've got through it so quickly. He actually uses this to shave with, which I'm pretty sure I've mentioned before, because although it's a face wash gel thing, it doesn't really foam very much, and it gives a lot of slip to the skin, so it makes shaving actually quite comfortable. So he actually bought me a replacement the other day because we were running low, and this is the one that ran out, so that was very much appreciated. But I really like this cleanser, it's a lovely one. Next up, I have a pretty much full cleanser here. This is from Be Clean, which, is that a brand specific to Superdrug, or is it its own thing? I don't think it's going to say, which makes me think it's not specific to Superdrug, because that's where I picked it up from. This is their melting gel cleanser, so again, you can see I'm pretty consistent with the type of cleansers I like to pick up. This was horrible, and I've got a ton of this stuff left. Look, I used it a few times, and I just thought, this is sticky, unpleasant, makes my skin feel horrible. I really, really, really don't want to pick this up again. So this was actually decluttered when I went through all my skincare stuff, and I saw this and I thought, I've got so many other cleansers in my life. I don't need this because I know that I hate it. It's like some kind of industrially weird, gloopy, thick, clear gel, which doesn't feel very nice at all on the skin in terms of it being a cleanser. So I was massively disappointed by this one. I do feel as though no one would like it, so I might see how good it is at washing maybe makeup brushes, just so that I get some use out of it. But I'm classing it as being in my empties, even though it isn't, just because I wanted to talk to you guys about it. It is cruelty free, so that's something I suppose, but I do not recommend this stuff. It's horrible. Another thing that I've decluttered that isn't actually empty is another one of these from the Botanics All Bright range. This is the toner, and again, it just left a horrible residue on my skin. It just didn't do it for me. I don't think the scent is particularly lovely either, but I think I'm going to try and rehome this because it's down to about there, so there is still a fairly decent amount left. I know some people really love this stuff, but I didn't, so sorry, won't be buying that one again. Got a little random moisturiser here. This is from Life, I think it is. Daily Fix Facial Moisturiser. It's a light fragrance-free moisturiser, and there was 100ml in here, and I can tell you, there's still a fairly decent amount in here as well. It's probably, I'm going to guess, up to about here or something, because with moisturisers, I think you can work out pretty quickly if it's for you or not, and this one wasn't. It just made me feel greasy and horrible, even though it's a light moisturiser. So I can't even remember where I picked this up from. It was that long ago. But again, this was one of the things that I decluttered from when I went through all my skincare stuff. So didn't like that one, wouldn't recommend it if you've got oily skin, because I just found it, yeah, it just made my skin really, really oily. I've still got tons of stuff in here, this is ridiculous. Right, next I have got this cleanser, and this is kind of famous on the channel because I remember seriously laying into this when I talked about it in Best and Worst of Beauty, I think. This came from a Latest in Beauty box. I've also seen this hovering around on, was it on the website, not on the high street? I think it probably was. This is from the company White Rabbit. It's cruelty-free and vegan, and it's a comfort cleansing balm. And I hated this stuff. I did give it a fair chance, but I can smell it now. It smells like a milder version of Vicks Vapor Rub. And you can imagine what that is like, smearing it all over your face. I'm not sure how internationally available Vicks Vapor Rub is, but the purpose of Vicks Vapor Rub is it's quite a sticky, kind of petroleum-y jelly stuff, which you smear all over your chest if you've got a chesty cough, and it's very mentholy, kind of eucalyptusy, and when you go to sleep you breathe it in and it's supposed to make you feel better again. And that's what this smells like. It's obviously got eucalyptus in it or something, and it just really stinks. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is the texture of this. It's sticky, and you try and massage it around your face and your fingers just get stuck to your face. It's not a particularly good cleanser either. It doesn't remove makeup all that well. I really hated this cleanser, and I thought I'd got rid of it a long time ago, but somehow it was still kicking around my skincare drawer. But you're definitely going now. I've talked about you enough. I've warned people enough. So if you see this, by all means, give it a try if you feel like having a stinky, sticky, still covered in makeup face, if that sounds in any way appealing. But to me, no. I have actually got a lot of face stuff in here, and I can see that is from finding stuff when I was going through my skincare drawer and thinking, I don't like that, let's get rid of it. Which also includes this. It's also a product. This is specific to Superdrug. This is their Naturally Radiant range, which I know people rave about, their hot cloth cleanser thing, which I've got one of those in my skincare drawer of shame. Haven't cracked it out yet. I will have to at some point. But from the same range, this is a moisturising facial oil, because I do quite like a facial oil, particularly in the evening. And this one just didn't do it for me. I've got other oils that I prefer over and above this. I know it's quite affordable compared to a lot of the other ones I've got, but I think I picked this up when it was on offer, and I don't really know what I was thinking, to be honest. It doesn't smell particularly nice. It's not got the nicest scent to it. It's not really bad, don't get me wrong. It just smells a bit like generic shower wash. That kind of smell. So yeah, didn't like that one. And there's a load of that left in there as well, but I just can't bring myself to use it. Next, I've got a couple of nail products here. They're both from OPI. I've got the original Nail Envy, which is what I've used for years and years to help kind of strengthen my nails. And then I picked up the version for sensitive and peeling nails. And Mandy, I think it was you that we were talking about this in the comments once, because I said that this basically became unusable because it's gone so incredibly thick that, I mean, it's not even moving. Or it's moving quite slowly, and it had been like this not long after I bought it, so I probably should have contacted OPI. But can you see how stringy that is? And it just became absolutely impossible to do my nails with, and incredibly frustrating. So it's put me off the sensitive and peeling formula, and I picked it up because my nails were going through quite a peeling phase, and they kind of still are a little bit, and this did absolutely nothing to stop that, so wouldn't pick that one up again. However, the original OPI Nail Envy I actually really like, and this one I actually ran out of ages ago, and it's just been sat in my bag where I keep all of my nail stuff, which is usually sat on that table just there in the background because that's my end of the sofa, if you get what I mean, when we're sat down watching a movie or something in the evening and I'll be there doing my nails. So this has actually been empty for quite a while, and I've been meaning to put it in my empties box for ages, so I actually ran out of this a while ago. But I've just done my nails again this afternoon. I really love the original OPI Nail Envy. It did wonderful things to my nails when I was having real problems with them a few years ago, and I just am going through this weird peeling phase at the moment, but I'm just chucking a ton of oil on them at the moment in the hope that that is going to sort the peeling problem out. So love this, we'll continue to get this probably for quite some time. I've actually got a bit of makeup now, brace yourself, and it is this mascara from Scandal Queen, and it's the Fairy Drops mascara. Have I got that the right way round? Fairy Drop Scandal Queen mascara. I could never remember which is the brand name and which is the name of the mascara. I did a review on this mascara because this is a real cult mascara in the beauty world, and it's one of these ones that's got a bobbly funny wand. It was invented by, was she Korean? It was a TV presenter who basically took a pair of scissors to a regular mascara wand and created this kind of bobbly effect, which was supposed to give you beautifully fanned out and long lashes and stuff. And then she worked on this formula, which was actually supposed to be good for your lashes as well and promote growth and stuff. I'm glad I picked this up in the sale. I really wasn't that excited by it. I think the most exciting thing is the packaging. The packaging is very, very cute, very Asian looking packaging. I think it's almost cartoony. But yeah, it was okay. It's very creamy feeling, but I didn't find that it did much in terms of lengthening my lashes, making them look particularly spectacular. And I've since tried other mascaras that do actually do that to my lashes. I always blame my lashes like it's my lashes that are the useless things, but sometimes it's actually the mascara not being very good. And it was okay, and it did last a little while before it became, you know, too clumpy to use. But I wouldn't pick this up again because I think it is quite expensive for what it is. It's ultimately quite gimmicky. So nice to have tried it, but yeah, wouldn't bother going there again. And then the last couple of things I've got here is I've got a couple of moisturisers. I've got this huge one here from Emma Hardy. This is their Age Support Face Cream. And then this little one here, which you might have seen me talk about using this one up in that skincare video. This is the Estee Lauder Day Wear. And I think this one is actually for... I'll just pick that up again. I think that this, yeah, is for normal to combination skin. I really like both of these. Estee Lauder Day Wear I can definitely use during the day. It's kind of rich and creamy enough, and it smells really nice too. It smells a bit like cucumbers, and it's green, which is quite cool. But I can use this during the day. It's just creamy enough without taking you to the point of going like potentially quite oily, and it makes your skin feel really comfortable. So I really enjoyed using that one. This Emma Hardy one, the Age Support Face Cream, I do really like, but I prefer to use it at night because it is quite rich. I have used it during the day occasionally when my skin is feeling particularly dry and parched and like it needs a good whack of moisture, then I'll reach for this. But generally I have actually been using this as a night cream, and since it ran out I've actually been really missing it. God, I'm being so clumsy today. I am actually really missing this one because it's a beautiful moisturiser. It smells really pretty and it just feels really nice on the skin. And when I was using it at night, I just wake up the following morning and it's all sunken into my skin, and my skin just feels kind of plumped and luscious and lovely and like you want your skin to feel, really. So I do really miss using this one at night, but I have so many other moisturisers I need to get through before I even consider picking this one up again. And that is it. That is everything. That was quite a lot to go through, but a lot of it was involved from the decluttering attempt that I did a little while back when I was going through all my skincare stuff. So that is everything I've used up, kind of. Obviously appreciate some of that was actually still full, so I'm going to try and find uses for it in other ways or just pass it on to other people. Let me know what stuff you've got through recently and whether it's stuff that you'd repurchase. If you found something amazing, did you force yourself to get through something and think, why did I even do that? Or did you not even get to that point and just throw it away because it was so bad? If so, we need to know. We need to know what was good, what was bad, so we can all help each other out and hopefully only ever buy good products. I don't think that's ever actually going to happen, is it? But anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you're all really well and I will see you again soon. Bye!